know that it's called the bionic, the bomb, the puff, the blow, the black, the herb, the sensei, the chronic, the sweet Mary Jane, ganja, split, reefer, the bad, the Buddha, the homegrown, the ill, the Maui Maui, the method, pop, lethal, turbo, Thai, shake, skunk, stress, wacky, weed, blaze, the boot, dime bag, Scooby-Doo, Bob, bogey, backyard boogie.
Woo!
Yeah.
It's the Cool Nerd Week Show. That's Jess.
And that's Sasha.
And we are live on Adobe Radio on this Monday night, as we have been for so many years. You can find us on YouTube. In fact, maybe right now, you can find us on Twitch. You can find us on Instagram. All of those would be Cool Nerd Weed Show. And on Adobe, of course. Thank you, Adobe, for having us all of this time provide cannabis news. Although apparently none of my friends listen to the show, because every single person I know DM'd me this fucking week to be like, oh my God. And shout out to those of you that did. I love you. I'm not making fun of you, but why don't you listen to us? We are so good at our jobs. So we talked about this for the past 2 weeks. And like, that's cool. It's cool. You got to catch up. Lives are busy. I get it. But we did a pretty comprehensive couple of weeks on it, but we'll do it again. And we'll talk more about it. I just thought it was funny because this was a big week. And if you didn't know where to find us, that's where you can find us. Go catch up on our shows. We've done so many of them, and they're worth listening to. They are.
Yeah, because we're the best. And the nerds were right about everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We are and we were. I think we have the benefit of I mean, we work in like the LA weed industry, which is obviously popping, but there's also like a wealth of knowledge in like markets that have had weed kind of decriminalized and stuff like that. So isolating different things in cannabis and in the plant was always on our radar. So when using hemp in this way came along, I mean, we were like, wow, you know, but I think it's important that we start with the basics here. The A number ones, the 101s. And it's, look, I'm smiling because I'm going crazy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm smiling because I think it's great that there's a nice spotlight on weed now. Only it's hemp, but that's good too. That's good. That's good. It's good we're talking about this in an organized way, because we've been talking about this in a disorganized way for a lot of years. So we're going to try to cover some bases, at least some questions that we got this week. And I love you for messaging us. Please always do. Cool Nerd Weed Show. During any time, you can message whatever platform you're watching us on or listening to us on. Probably not listening, but you know what I mean. Find us on one of those things that I said and just hit us up. You know, we've got you. We know there's a wealth of cannabis influencers out there, and thank you for spending your time with us. But yeah, give us a chat. We just today I had a homie reach out to me asking me about CBN and stuff. I got you. So let's Chris is always like, what are you screaming about? So let's start with Hemp 101.
Yes.
What is hemp? Yes.
Well, hemp is essentially a cannabis sativa with low THC.
Wait, sativa? That's the weed that makes me feel all awake. What do you mean?
Well, you know, technically the way it's classed as a plant is a cannabis sativa.
So it's the way it grows, huh?
It's the way it grows.
Interesting. Tell me
In
more.
the traditional sense, it's essentially the same plant. It's all cannabis, but it's low THC cannabis. So back in 2018, the Farm Bill passed and allowed farmers to grow hemp, and it allowed people to process the hemp into what we thought was going to be a lot of CBD products safely hitting the market. An opportunity for farmers to make some money, cash in on this cash crop. Also bring wellness products from American hemp to the market. I think we covered sort of a lot of this last week. Then the synthetic cannabis started coming in, the THCAs, and
Okay, I don't want to gloss over
Okay.
this. I
Okay.
want to focus on the fact that it is a different type of plant under the same mama, right? So under the
Yes.
same like classification or whatever. So it's a matter of these synthetic isolations that come from hemp derived THC. So you can't get a lot of juice out of the THC squeeze from hemp. It's just a different plant. They used to make ropes out of it. But there is a bit of a psychoactive and medicinal. I look like a Jim Genie. A thing that you can get from hemp.
Yes.
So
It
taking
just
these isolations and synthetically extracting them and makes them stronger, right?
yeah, it just takes a lot more actual hemp flower to juice out that THC to get the THC levels that you want to like
Okay.
make a high powered drink. It just takes a lot of hemp, but it's the same plant with a lower THC content.
Now, in terms of the law, it's a very different plant, right?
It's regulated different. It's treated different. You can, well, up until last week, well, going forward until possibly another year, you could grow it in every single state. You could manufacture it. You could send your products to other states, interstate commerce. And, that is really that's one of the main actual differences is the way
Now,
that
the
it's
hemp,
treated.
right, and the hemp market, it just behaves differently than the cannabis derived THC market, which is what we are talking about most of the time when we talk about the things that we're talking about. So I think that's important to note that your local dispensary that's selling regulated cannabis derived THC, are you allowed to sell hemp derived products in California? Because
Well,
we weren't for a long time.
yeah, we weren't. And then I thought that there was a new law in place that said we could have them. But at one point we did have some Delta 8s. Remember we had a Delta 8 gummy come through?
We did.
That was yeah, it was like in the early days. They're like Kiva was making the 8
Oh,
gummies.
I do. And that was hemp derived, I guess.
I don't really. I thought it was.
I think
I
it
thought it was
was. I think you're right.
Delta,
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
and then they were trying to push in some CBD products that were hemp derived, because you didn't have to pay the same taxes on them.
Right. But
But
mind you,
then,
you're getting a different product.
yes,
Taking a CBD gummy from a hemp derived plant is different than taking a cannabis derived CBD gummy. I would also like you to know that for what it's worth. And this bill also helped a lot of states. Well, it did the trick for a lot of states to have access to the cannabis plant in some form. It was it kind of got out of hand in terms of the products that were out there, which is not the industry's fault. That's a regulation thing. And this was put into place with the thought that eventually the feds or whoever's in charge will step in and say, hey, you gotta take a look at this. But that didn't happen for like a long time. And it kind of really did start to, the products were so saturated. And alcohol, that's an industry that is losing money all over the place because newer generations correctly don't want to drink a lot. Like I love this because I was always the weed smoker outside, always had weed and outside the bar because I either wasn't drinking because it was making me sick or interacting with my antidepressants or like whatever. I was just always the weed girl who wanted to smoke. So I love that is the generation that we're in right now. Alcohol doesn't like that. And they're going to try to lobby against anything that comes in the way of their monies. So that has to do with things too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The alcohol industry is always pushed money into political campaigns, especially to get regulations how they want it. And if somebody's interfering with their monies, then they want to squash or control that particular product. It's why do you think Mitch McConnell slipped that into the appropriations bill to restart the government, slid that in, paper clipped it on in the state of Kentucky, the bourbon state.
But they were also a really big hemp producer. That's
They
why it
were.
got on in the first place, is because Mitch McConnell was like, oh, yeah, gimme. I'll figure this out later. Just like give me the bill. And it benefited Kentucky the most at first, or one of the most. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why.
But like it was very high on the list. That's why they were like, oh, okay, great, cool, benefits you, benefits everybody. Yeah. And now it's so stupidly reversed.
He was an integral part of getting the hemp bill, the farm bill, passed in 2018.
The farm bill. Yeah.
So, why the sudden change of heart, Mitch McConnell? Probably he's an old Southern gentleman. They've got that the bourbon boys are in his back pocket, or he's in their back pocket.
I think, yeah. I mean, I guess it's just that same old stupid story, but it is pretty rough because, okay, so what comes next now? So the government reopens, like barely, and now what happens? Your local hemp-derived CBD shop gets a call, and they're like, shut down operations.
They have 1 year from now to figure this out. The actual ban goes into effect in November of 2026. So with that being said, there's several ways that I think this can go down. Is like, one, if you don't have deep pockets and you don't want to fight like we do in the cannabis industry, then you close your door.
Mm.
You have a year to sell off your products and get out. Number two, you lobby your local politicians and try to get them to change this bill, work with it, modify it, vote it out, get rid of it completely, and carry on. Or
sorry, I
think the
question.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, finish.
You want the third scenario?
I do. Yeah, sure.
Third scenario is Donald Trump does whatever he's going to do, reschedule, deschedule, or put it under complete federal control, the cannabis and hemp. so that it's completely under federal control. All right. Follow-up questions.
Yeah, that third scenario sounds pretty close to what, or it just sounds like that's what it's going to be. I was going to ask, just in terms of like opinions.
Okay.
What do, because I'm seeing online, people are saying that there are some states and some operators that who I I don't disagree with, who are like trying to get these things shut down now. They're like, okay, fuck the year. You go fuck yourself, because we gave an arm and a leg to open up our dispensary, and you're selling some weird Delta 8, who knows where it's from stuff. I'm not talking about real true hemp farmers who, like, honest to goodness, put their back into growing good quality hemp products. I'm talking about who knows sometimes what you're getting sometimes, which is what you get when you have a highly unregulated market, which is what we did all our lives when we smoked weed. So it's not like I'm like, I don't know what that is. I like grew up in that world, but in a world where we do have certain, like, for all its worth, for all its bullshit that we have to go through and hoops and pays and unfairness, the least we can get is quality, product, or at least we know what we're getting, or at least there's a bustling farm industry from it. Like, are they just like, our dispensary people and operators just like, fuck all these guys, or are they like, no, they should exist too? You know what I mean? Like, what is the dispensary tone that you
The
feel?
like the attitudes
Yeah,
in the dispensaries towards the hemp industry.
yeah.
I I feel like it's a little bit we're kind of pitted against each other, and the dispensary operator is a little bit on the negative side of all this.
Right. Which
Because
is,
remember, like, all those hemp shops started opening, and it was
I
even
do.
extra confusing.
I do.
Like, they were selling flour and creams and lotions and things, and then
Mhm.
people were coming in and they were like, "Do you have any hemp products?" We're like, "No, you got to
Mhm.
go down the
Mhm.
street. We can't really sell
Mhm.
those here."
Mhm.
Um, but those other products, they're not really regulated how they should be necessarily. And I feel like,
Mhm.
there was a sort of negative attitude towards the hemp industry, at least California. I don't know. There was a lot going on in New York too with
Mhm.
those uh, those hemp trucks, and the hemp shops were opening up, and they're all
Yeah, I
gone
mean,
now, right?
oh, well, yeah, like everything is burned. I mean, there's no bodegas or trucks. I think that was a thing that, like, was a little sus too on their part, because you had it go legal in New York, but again, it is so hard to get your operations going in a regulated world. I don't know why, but it is, and I really do feel for operators in a lot of states who, I mean, firsthand, like, who really just want to get their product out there, for fuck's sakes, and the money and the time and the testing and the, rightly so. If we're gonna do it, we should do it. However, that does, like, limits, and it gets expensive. And oh no, what if, like, big corporate weed comes in? So I do feel like there was, like, a little bit of a capitalizing on the legalization or the decriminalization or whatever. I feel like in New York, when it was like it got passed, like, that's when you saw all these shops open, and it was like weed, 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 and it says THC, because it is. But I did then, and we always talked about it. Like, I do think it's important to know the distinction, both for the law now, especially, geez, and for, go stock up on your gas station Delta 8s, baby, because they're not going to be there. But again, it's just what it is unfortunately our lawmakers failing us for the infinitieth time on how to do anything good and only stepping in when it benefits them. So the people who do have access and who it helps, hopefully that you will be considered. I feel really sad about it, but I think you're right. You're right. I think I think the third scenario is going to happen.
Number 3.
Yeah.
The Fed ultimately wants to control the entire cannabis
Plant
and hemp plant industry, the whole plant. There's also talk about, having medical be administered actually through a pharmacy sort of system. So,
for Christ's sake.
It's you think these people, the Republican Party always talks about like over regulations and over government overreach. Well, with this over regulation and government overreach, they are potentially destroying a $28 billion market. $28 billion.
That's hemp or
hemp.
That's just hemp. Oh my god.
Just hemp.
Oh boy.
And
that's crazy.
And almost 500,000 jobs, 300,000 plus jobs, farming, processing, all the way down the line.
Dang.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money and a lot of jobs.
Oh, of course it is. The Farm Bill really did. I mean, it really did help a lot of people and a lot of things. I think there were people who did it right for a long time, who really wanted to get quality products out there that were hemp derived, who were from states that still have prohibition. So, and it sucks too. It sucks because there is money to be made, and that's kind of like the whole, you know what I mean? It's difficult because whether you're a celebrity who just launched a drink or you are just a farmer trying to get your product out of there with integrity, you are in trouble with this. And I can sit here on this side of regulation and say, yay, regulation, but or legalization, adult usation, whatever. But I also see that the traditional market is a bustling, like.
Oh, for sure.
I think it just speaks to so much larger shit, all of this. It really does. And they're playing in our faces, and, that they've been doing that. We'll talk more about things that are annoying us in a second, briefly. But they're just like saying shit and doing shit that I feel like we can't really hold them accountable because it is what it is. And people, I don't know, like, okay, let's say we go to sleep and then we wake up and it's tomorrow and Donald Trump is like, I did it. I made weed fucking whatever, federally controlled, all of it, every single bit of it, the fucking hemps, the fucking other ones, it's all us. So go get it. What would you what would you think? Would you feel like people would celebrate because then it would be legal, or do you feel like people would be sad? Like I would be sad.
I would be super sad. People would come into the shop and they would be celebrating somehow.
For sure. For sure. And that's okay. That's okay. We're
Yeah.
not saying you're wrong, but we are saying you might be wrong. Well, because you don't, and it's okay not to know, and it's okay. It's
It's
okay.
true. It's true. That's why
That's
we're
why you're
here.
listening to the. That's why you're listening to the show. Now listen to the show. Tell your friends to listen to the show, like your actual friends, and you'll know that like we're always cautious of anything the government's involved in when it comes to cannabis because of like everything. So like gestures broadly, like all of this. This
Because
do you see this like ending well for anybody?
no, because if you think that the taxes on cannabis are high now,
Oof.
think about it if the federal government takes control of your weed. How
Yeah.
there's already talks that there's going to be another at least 10% added as a federal tax, maybe even more. You want to pay an additional federal
Uh,
tax?
oh,
It's crazy.
well, we'll take a break in a second. I just wanted to talk about it again because, our episode aired and then literally the government opened and like you were texting me as it happened. I was like, the fuck? Like our episode just went up on all streaming sites. So I was like, should we like do a live and talk about it? But I figured we're live to daisies and people can, do as they wish. But I I say it's not like it sucks to the farmers, it sucks to the people who are doing work, it sucks to the people who wanted access for it. There's so many jobs and so many people who were benefiting. Yeah, there were people who capitalized on the wave, but there is literally in every fucking industry, alcohol not excluded. Every goddamn celebrity has an alcohol, whether it's a seltzer or a wine or a fucking liquor, they all have them. So just when people were starting to make honest, true money off of cannabis, something happened. But I did want to talk about the distinction between the two. And your local regulated dispensary is not affected as of this moment. And yeah, just be careful where you are because the state where you were getting your seltzers, like I'm looking at you, Knoxville, is those aren't legal now. Well, you have a year, but again,
But
careful.
that whole section, the huge section in the Knoxville liquor store of hemp derived THC drinks will be going away. It was a
It
huge section.
came to us like a vision, like a what do you call it when you're in the desert? Like an
It was
oasis.
an
An
oasis.
oasis. It was an oasis, Mike, and we were like, sign us up. I'll take 1,000 milligram, whatever that means, like seltzer, whatever it was. Mix it with some Kentucky or some Tennessee bourbon. That sounds good. Don't ever do that or drive or anything like that. Don't mix your substances. Don't be like us. But 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 that said, I do hope there is something because like I don't know, this has to be figured out in a way that's not so stupid, but we all know that it's not. So we're gonna take a quick break and then we'll come back with more stupidity. We're gonna end with something happy. So you can look forward to that. And we'll be right back.
Thunderbombs. It's the Cool Nerd Weed Show.
And we're back.
We're back.
It's the Cool Nerd Weed Show. That's TS.
And that's Sasha.
And we're live on a bunch of stuff, but certainly on Adobe Radio. We love you, Adobe, so very much. Listen to Adobe all the time. Very, very cool. We really are. So listen to Adobe, download the free Adobe app, and be a part of it. They've been a very welcoming family to us for a very long time. And the reason why we're here. So we really appreciate them as a platform and you for listening. And we love you so much. No matter what the hell's going on, we're still going to blab about it. We also have opinions. I played the wrong drop before and I got nervous because I didn't want to play it again because we're live, you know what I mean? So I did want to play The Nerds Have Opinions, but this also is federal. I don't know. I'm exhausted. So okay, I feel like I haven't breathed once.
It's like one stupid thing after another. And here comes something else stupid out of the Trump administration. Stupid. And what's even more stupid is my tablet right now.
Oh, fuck your tablet.
Fuck my tablet. Okay, so recently,
I'm sure it's great.
It's amazing right now. I totally love it.
Is it not working still?
It's
okay. I can take the reins. I have the article right in front of me. Back in
the game.
You sure?
Yes.
I believe you. TS and I aren't together, as you can tell. We will be soon, but we are on different coasts. So I don't know what's going on over there.
The Trump administration sees marijuana as a hazard. And a federal prosecutor has been drawing criticism from lawmakers and advocates because this U.S. attorney for the District of Wyoming, Darren Smith, caught some people off guard because he said that they would be rigorously prosecuting people for possession of cannabis on federal land. And if you don't know where federal land is, just for an example, all of our beautiful national parks, the whole park system is considered federal land. So let's say you're camping in Joshua, and for some reason you want to smoke a joint, take an edible.
In Joshua Tree, for some reason, I can't imagine why. It's no better. Only the best place you can ever smoke weed, a state park or a federal park. It's the best place.
National park.
National.
Totally.
Why
Sequoia.
did I say national? Yeah, Sequoia. Oh my God.
The Grand Canyon. Zion. All of these places, beautiful.
Great.
Some of the best places. Yes. I know a spot.
You do. You do. We both do. But so, okay. Where is this outrage coming from? Who hurt you, District of Wyoming, Darren Smith? You fucking cunt. Sorry. I got really mad. I'm sorry. Maybe he was hurt by cannabis, but what are you doing? Why are you doing this?
Yeah, what is the fucking point?
Rigorously prosecuting cannabis cases. What's your problem? What's your damage, man? We gotta be all fucking square.
Square. Yeah. So, what? Yeah. Where's this coming from? Why? Why now? What is the timing? Why do you even want to waste everybody's time from like a park ranger, like arresting people?
Oh my God! Right.
And prosecuting minor cannabis infractions to the fullest extent of the law. That seems way out of line.
That's an overreaction, for sure. You know, some people are saying, well, U.S. Rep. Dina Titus, the co-chair of the Congressional Cannabis Caucus. That sounds like a party. She said,
Caucus.
they said that, yeah, caucus, is not a threat to public safety, and it's ridiculous to justify the prosecution of individuals with an outdated law that does not reflect the current use of cannabis in the United States. So Rep. Dina Titus knows what's up. She's cool. They are cool. I don't know, but they are cool. I would like to hang with Rep. Titus. Most people in the government like weed. There's like 3 or 4 little fucking hemorrhoids stuck to the government that don't like weed. And for some reason, they are winning this whole thing, or they're louder. I don't know if they're winning. I don't fucking know what's going on. But I do not like when people I just want us to be able to move past this, because if you're really worried about synthetic cannabis and the potency and cannabis and its relation to mental health and actual health, I think CHS is a real problem right now that really should be looked at. We really should find out what's going on. And we can't officially because of still how we treat this plant. So now you want to take us back. Like we never even did this. Why are we even talking about this according to fucking this nerd? But we've got representatives like Dina. Pardon me, I forgot the last name. But we've got more of them, I think.
Yeah, if these politicians actually
Trump
listen,
likes weed.
Yeah, listen to your constituents. If you actually listen to your constituents, more people are on board with cannabis and hemp than ever before. So if you have these old, outdated ideas about prosecuting people and wasting taxpayer dollars for like smoking a joint in a national park, then you are completely out of touch with what is going on.
Yeah, like exactly. Like that's what we should be really focused on, is people enjoying the nature. I just, it's discouraging, but I also do feel that we've come pretty far in our weed journey. And it like I'm trying to look at it in the Tommy Chong way, you know, instead of getting super mad.
Yeah.
Didn't he have CBD gummies?
He did.
Yeah. Well, stock up on your Tommy Chong, Cheech and Chong CBD gummies, baby, because they're going away. And I think we're lucky right now to be where we are. I feel lucky still. I feel like it's like a little, for this to be news, you know what I mean, is kind of like never a good sign, but then like always a good sign. It confuses people, which makes me sad because people were just really advancing their knowledge, talking about terpenes and knowing stuff. And there's influencers, there's people who like really are interested, like we are. Like there's more of us, and that's like super cool because of like whatever. But like I want to say social media, but we have ourselves experienced a bit of suppression, and we do our best, but it's we can't even be ourselves. And it's more than just stigma when it actually starts to like suppress. And that's like kind of what it's doing. And it's becoming, I don't want to go back. Can't go
No,
back.
no, it's like Reefer Madness all over again. We've seen this movie. It came out in the 30s.
Baby in the bathtub.
It's just fucking ridiculous.
So, I don't know. I guess if you're in Wyoming, be careful because you got a nerd ass fucking attorney.
Do you think that any of these park rangers in Wyoming want to like police for people smoking weed in their national park?
They probably love to hit the Pendulum and look out onto the beautiful plains of Wyoming. I've never been, but I actually do hear it's very nice.
It is. It's lovely.
Been. Yeah,
I've been.
Yeah.
Wide open.
Have you ever
spaces.
smoked weed in Wyoming?
I can confirm. Not even going to deny it. Yes. The answer is yes.
Why deny it? Because then somebody who's listening will be like, yes, you did with me. Know. I remember exactly. I don't know. You sure that was you not smoking weed? Well, this has truly been a jarring episode of the Cool Nerd Weed Show. We, as it stands, we're safe. Knock on the wood, touch wood, But as it stands, cannabis industry in the state of New Jersey and California, that's where we are respectively, on the in-between states, it's easy to find out where your state lies in the weed issue. And like I said, we've got some stragglers, and I think it was just really telling when we were driving across the country and we drove across the border. What was it
from New Mexico into Texas?
To Texas. And on one side it was like smoke weed every day. And then like the next side it was like, and you'll get arrested right here and right now if you have any weed at all.
That poor little gummy bear in handcuffs.
Oh, the gummy bear in the handcuffs. Go to our Instagram. It's the saddest thing that you'll ever see. I was like, that's US of A.
Yeah. On the reverse of
You're
that,
free to do something here, but certainly not
cross
here.
That imaginary line, and
yep,
you
that
are
line
not free anymore. Locking up that gummy bear.
Oh, what a shame! What a shame! I sure hope we don't go backwards because there's a lot to be learned. There's a lot to be learned, man, and there's a lot to be like harnessed. I learned I shouldn't take 9 CBN gummies on a plane the hard way. You shouldn't have to do that.
You've done
or
the
you
research.
Should have to do that. Or everybody should and get through it and say, well, I'll adjust my dosage and weed may work for me. Or say, weed's not my thing. That's cool too. But you should know. You should know. That's all I'm saying. And the government is making it hard to function. Oh man, I just keep having visions of like government run weed under this administration.
I see it like Fahrenheit 451.
Like burning all the weed.
Just burning all the weed.
Like in The Simpsons.
Exactly, and like in not a good way.
I don't think that'll happen. I think they're just gonna like. I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't think they know. I don't.
No.
I don't think they know. I think Mitch McConnell was like, "Oh, just put this one here," because like he was like, "Oh, I heard." In one of my, like, I feel like he crawls into like a coffin each night and it's just like like an ugly Nosferatu, not the hot one from the movie.
Into his sarcophagus.
Yeah, and just is like, raw. And I feel like somebody like slipped a message into his fucking coffin bed and was like, bruh, you're losing money in the alcohol and your hemp business is dried up, fucker. And he was probably like, ah. Get it on there before you open the government. And they were like, okay. Because for some reason he controls this country. So yeah, that sucks. That sucks that overnight your business can be taken from you like that. It's not good. And then all of a sudden, people in Wyoming, where your tax money is going, they have to crack down on the big bad weed. It can be sorted out. You just have to pay attention to it. That's all. I say that about weed all the time. Is like, you can do it. It's just hard. Nobody wants to do hard things in this way in a mass produced level. Weed is a good example of that.
Yeah. They say the devil's in the tails. And
especially in the devil's lettuce. That was pretty good. Can you remember that so I can title the show that? Okay, we should take a break because I want to end on something good. Okay?
Okay. Point to me when you come back.
Okay.
The nerds will be.
We're back.
We're back.
It's the Cool Nerd Weed Show. That's yes.
That's Sasha.
And we're live on Adobe Radio. And on a goddamn positive note. So while it may seem like everything is falling apart, there are a couple cool things that are happening in the world of weed right here on this very coast that I'm at right now. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
If you
New York City.
That's where it is.
Can now offer the good people that shop in the legal cannabis market from the legal dispensaries are now allowed to offer discounting products. Yeah, this is great. Before, for some reason, New York cannabis was not allowed to offer any sort of discounts, incentives, anything. So that means now you can offer veterans discounts, senior discounts, people that are chronically ill discounts, everything.
Yes.
You can also just discount old product and start moving that product that's like sitting around on the shelf. Just get rid of it. New things are constantly growing and being made.
I didn't think of that. Yeah, it was no discounts for anybody. Like the staff like couldn't even get discounts.
Yeah, I thought that
Which
was
that's crazy business.
something
Like that's
outrageous.
like, how dare you? So that is fantastic news. There's so much fun in a cannabis dispensary discount. I loved it as a patron. I love it as a dispensary worker. I love offering it to people. I love seeing people get excited when I'm like, you fucking just saved a bunch of money. Or like having a day where you discount certain things like CBD Sundays. And that was great because things that are often more expensive are discounted. Bro, I love a weed dispensary discount. So that's great for New York. Good for you. You go, New York. And they had a rough time getting it all
Yeah, it was
kicked off.
a rocky start for the New York cannabis industry, and this will help definitely.
Will it? You think?
I mean, yeah,
I think. I
I
think.
think so. People love a discount. Like when you go in, like
I love a discount.
what's the first thing anybody asks? Do you have any specials?
You have any specials?
And
Are there any specials today?
if you're if you go in and ask that in previously in a New York City dispensary, they'd be like, "No, there's no discounts. Sorry."
Tell your story walking bub. Probably they'd say.
Oh. I would love that.
No, I'm excited for you, New York. So hopefully weed does not explode overnight and you get to enjoy the experience of getting into a dispensary and knowing you will be getting a discount or like some sort of break because it's expensive, man. Weed is expensive everywhere. So, and like good for the staff. Like I hope every dispensary give your staff a discount.
Yeah, a deep discount, like cost
Yeah,
plus tax.
back in the day. So this is like also like kind of like giving compassion, you know? So whether that's the source of it or not, when we were up, when I was working at dispensaries, it was medicinal. So it was compassion. There was a lot. We gave stuff away. We were like, take it because you know you could also come in and say, you know, I had people come in and say that they were part of compassion. They were sick and chronically ill, and we had reserve for compassion. And that was really one of the big shocks too when we went adult use was damn.
Yeah,
All the
no more
compassion
compassion program.
it's gone, and that was depressing. So this is good to see in that respect as well. We're making it more accessible. That's really all I want for the love of God. Is just like make it accessible for all in a safe setting. Don't be afraid of cannabis. And if you have a healthy, I don't want to do it. It's like people are sometimes like, I don't smoke weed. And I'm like, that's okay. Like,
Okay. Okay.
it's okay. I'm not mad. We can still unable, you know, and I think there's this like now like an expectation that like you have to, especially if like your experiences with synthetics in this new era, it's like go back. Let's go back to like when like Sanjay Gupta was doing stories on weed, being like, we should we should look at this era. Ugh,
Yeah.
imagine like RFK being like prescribing it. Gross.
I mean, if anybody's on board, it's RFK Jr.
It's like I gotta think about stuff, you know.
Grumble,
Gotta think
grumble,
about
grumble,
stuff.
grumble.
Yeah, definitely annoyed. But we were gonna end on a good note. So that's a good note. Discounts for New York. Everybody else, we can just hold on to our butts and hope that it doesn't get too crazy and we get to discover more things about this wonderful plant and maybe Google something without the addiction hotline coming up. Not that I'm saying it can't be addictive, but I am saying let's learn more about weed. That's why the Cool Nerd Weed Show exists. Right?
That's right. We're here for all your questions and cannabis needs.
Yeah, listen all the time. You can listen all the time. But definitely listen at 11 p.m. on Mondays live on Adobe Radio and soon wherever pods are found, but especially Adobe. And
thank you to all the people that are watching us right now. We love all of you. And one more thing. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck ICE. The devil's lettuce is in the devil's details. And don't panic.
it's organic.